Right? Yeah, so from 1916 to from 1916 to all now, right? Because basically we still in slavery, right? It says therefore my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge and their honorable men are famished, right? So at that time, basically when we was working on the cotton field for 18 hours a day, we had to beg the slave drivers and them for water, So it says and the multitude dried up for thirst. Therefore hell, right, which goes back to the Hebrew word shower al, which means grave or death. Because if you ever look up the poem Strange Fruit, right, it had this guy, I believe he came somewhere from I believe it's somewhere from Europe and ended up in America. Forgive me if I don't have it too right. But we went on, he came to America and it had a tree with strange fruits. And what was the fruits? That was I hosted a Jake on a tree, and I believe it's the Timberland tree was hanging. Blood and everything was starting to fall on the ground. It had a poem, and it had the song that some Hebrew Israelites said the strange fruit, you can look it up, right? And also a game they used to play was they used to have Jake running, and I was like the might have the guns out, right, and tell them run. Right, see how far they could reach like a game to if all the thing, being free only, but then if all they get away, but then they start to shoot after them and pile up the bodies on top of one another, right? So that we say therefore hell hath enlarged itself and opened a mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into. You understand? So all these Jake who be rejoicing in this point in time, they're gonna end up into the grave. You understand? Even to this very point in time, because a lot of them rejoicing in the system. But you have a shy going and destroy them because we love oppression, And being a son of God, you're supposed to love oppression. Alright?
No. Because your oppression making a wise man mad. Right? I'm going on. It says, and in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torment, and see Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy.
And that person represents like, that person represents our kingdom, right? Our rest, right? So things change long now, right? Table still. The first shall be last and the last shall be first.
That rich man also represents you. So why he called Abraham father? Because Edomites and Jacob shared the same foreparents.
Right.
Being twins.
When he said, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he might dip the tip of his finger in water. He might dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said,
that flame goes back to captivity.
God,
You understand? And that heat is going to be toiling in that sun.
I don't like the heat, I'm afraid with the heat. It says, but Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things.
From when the sun spirit up till now, we receive good things. You understand? When time of the Borgias, the uprising of the cases, or they conquered the Dark Ages, put Jake in slavery, or they get rich off the back of the Indians, Latinos, and natives. You understand? When all they sell Christopher Columbus over here to search them out, or they receive good things. But we know what we receive other than death, weeping and mourning and gnashing at it. Had to be begging you for everything. You have our women speaking against us. You understand? Have us know how it goes.
We actually begging for what is ours. But we paying tax, right? And that same money coming back to us, they don't want to give us.
Done. And only never try to basically, what do you say, to correct all the mistakes or show that they're sorry for what they did. But they never recompense us for the labor that we did that all they been rich now with. Right? It says, but Abraham said, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted and thou art tormented. And besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
I shall see him now, but I shall be holding more than mine. Because we will handle alone in safety. While and then there's a big difference between righteousness and wickedness. When our son uses the children are the wicked, we the children are the righteous.
And plus the kind of riches we going to inherit, the kind of things that the Most High have set for us. We're going to be, you was never on that level. Right? There's a great gulf fix, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
The scripture also says, nothing shall enter into the kingdom that make it alive by its abomination. And you are abominable people, right? It's not like this, it's something Isaiah 49. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. It says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the house for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they will, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Being oppressed today by the so-called white race, right? It's so, right? In a nutshell, even the East Indians, the Chinese, the Moabites, and we're gonna have all these nations under captivity, under subjection, under power, under Yahweh Hashem Yahshua order, right? They're gonna be working for us. And no longer will we working for them, but they will be working for us, right? And as I say, the difference with the nation of Israel now, we're going to be righteous judge. Right? But the affliction, as the Lord said, the affliction will be double.
And verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage.
And from thy hard bondage. Right? We're in a hard bondage right now. Right? It ain't easy, but through the scriptures, we learning and we're being fed, and we know to deal with it. Right?
Wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
The oppressor Esau, the golden city, Babylon, America, right? And all the provinces, all the little America all over the world. Right?
It says, so that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke. He that ruled nations with anger is persecuted and none hindered.
You see that now?
Yeah.
You see that right now, plain as day. With anger, right? You understand? They're trying to push this, they call it this venomous.
Yeah. The antidote.
Antidote. Joe Biden right now, what he doing? He made it more mandatory. And they are Babylon the Great. So as they started, the other countries will follow suit.
Because why you think other nations are crying out right about now? Right? And as the brother made the point, America start the USA nations going and follow suit. And as some scripture talk about you, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 11 and verse I start at 40. It says, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were passed and had power over the world with great fearfulness and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth has thou not judged with truth. For thou hast afflicted me, which is Israel. Thou hast hurt the peaceable Israel. Thou hast loved liars, the other nations.
And if I could say, as I was saying before, that would be the difference between our kingdom compared to yours. Right? Because we will rule in righteousness.
And destroy the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and has cast down the walls of such as did no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also had looked upon the proud times. He shall make America great again. And behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And going back, Nancy Pelosi, right, one of those higher ups in the, I think it's in the Senate. She was talking about some point in time in, I think it's World War, when they say, nah, they ain't gonna go back, they're gonna push forward, and that is why America this, and that is why America so strong. You know, you ain't show weakness, that is being proud. You know, it says, and hear this, verse 44 and 45, the highest also had looked upon thy proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled, and therefore appear no more thou evil. You hear that? Appear therefore appear no more thou evil, nor thy horrible wings, which is what their force and his force. Yeah. Nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads.
I think that evil national.
Yeah. Nor thy hateful claws, nor all thy vain body.
This is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
You mourn them day and night. You mourn them day and night. Well, we say,
this is Proverbs 28 and 12. It says, when the righteous man do rejoice, there is great glory. But when the wicked raise, a man is hidden.
He so put our own people against us. I'm sure for all these new people because
Yeah, how my treats.
Yeah, how my treats. You know?
You was being Ghana by some.
Yeah, I have to be an next child in Ghana because Ghana is I think maybe Virginia also. Right? This is Isaiah 40 verse 20 and 21. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evil shall never be known. So you see your own people mourning. You slain your own people.
The scripture says, among my people are found wicked men.
But yet, even amongst Israel with wicked men, you understand, they still ain't reached the heights, because reality, Jake not in a position of power, and even if Jake in a position of power, they ain't gonna let to force this kind of wickedness. Like the amount of power that Esau have, that is a big group of them and elite. You understand? Jake don't really have an elite. As a matter of fact, Jacob do have an elite. Which really and truly the elite of Jacob, whether people versus men are great millstone. And what we doing? We're trying to build back the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai alongside David. You understand?
I watch an article with I don't know if it's a minister from in Jamaica. We basically say that when these big countries take the antidote and we see what's going on with them, then we We'll move to the soup, we will know if they take it or not. But they will see that will effect it happen if it working. You understand? You see like the smartest thing to do.
Switch.
You switching?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see them when I kill it.
It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers that they do not rise nor possess the land.
Yeah, well, they fall right back in. The same lot what the forebears was in. The same lot they fall back in wickedness.
Yeah.
Right? Bring back all the draconian measures. And that is why the Lord will not cut you off. Right? But they're not going to understand any much longer. Prophecies unfolding, you see it, the Bible read. Right? No other book could be compared to the scriptures. No other book gave these warnings. As the scriptures say also, who have eyes to see will see what we are still here. Right? And if you can discern the times we in right now, then don't be a supper.
Because God, you know, the scriptures say the righteousness will show to the wicked in the land of uprightness. See, they not been how to live it. You know?
That's something to know about that. Alright?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 43, and verse 9. It says, let all the nations be gathered together, and let all the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this and show us the former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, it is true, truth. Ye are my witnesses, says Yahweh Hashem Shai, and my servants whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe and understand that I am He. Before me there was no power formed, neither shall there be any after.
The scripture here is looking up really, I want to be still and know that I am God. You understand?
That's okay.
You have something?
Yeah.
Because he was saying basically, you know, the scriptures really, because most I set it here for you to see from cover to cover. You know, you need these things to show you, and that alone should show you that, hey, this power that we're talking here is the power that manifests this.
Yeah.
The things that was in our 4 times before we so that
Second Samuel 8 and 1 it says, and after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistine. He smote the Philistine and subdued them, and David took Metheg Ammah out of the land of the Philistine. And he smote Moab and measured them with the line, casting them down to the ground. Even with the 2 lines measured he to put to death, and with 1 full line he keep alive. Right? And if you read on in this chapter, you show that David put many nations, smote many nations, put them under his leadership, his captivity. So that is what we're going to do in the near future, the nation of Israel. Right?
So Revelation 12 and start at 1, and they appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And they're speaking about the nation of Israel. You understand? And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And that's when she was underneath the Roman Empire, and then the Caesars, right? And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon her heads, which will go back into later and view. And if anybody listening to this video to get a proper background of that, they can watch the apostles of the stone, right? And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and they cast them to the earth, right? And that going back to Titus and Vespasian, coming down to the end of the Roman Empire, right? And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born, right? And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, right? And when you look up the term rod of iron, means river, and her child was caught up unto the Most High and to his throne, right? And this was the time that Yahushua, that he died, right? And was delivered up. When you read Acts chapter 1, and I think it's around verse 13, 14 there, alright? So, and what Yahushua said also, this is Revelation.
That's with violence.
Revelation 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my rules unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of the potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So we as the children of Israel will be joint heirs with Yahushua ruling these nations in a rod of iron. So how come deliverance is so on Gentiles? It makes no sense. You know?
Isaiah 51 and 22, it says, Thus say Yahweh, thy power that pleaded the cause of his people, behold, I have taken out of thine hands the cup of trembling.
Which is slavery, which is this flesh that, you know, wake up in the morning and I die, here do I walk to the valley and the shadow of death, death always follow me. So that death will not take, because what? Scripture say, what death was thy sin? In the moment in a twinkling of the eyes begin and change from this body to a new form. You understand? Well,
Even the dregs of the cup of my fury thou shalt no more drink it again. But I will put into thy hands of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, Bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over.
yeah, and basically, you know, I'm trying to find a good example of that, where they say, you know, basically bow down. You know, it's like, here what? A good example of that is work for $18 an hour, while they basically, like, as a security officer, they making like $60 for the lease or for your head an hour, and you get $18 an hour. You know what's a good example of that too? The stupid prime minister. It is good for the rich to get richer, to get the poor opportunity. So you must bow down. So they must elevate themselves. You stay at that.
I probably set against the poor.
Can't. And idiots.
You know? But you will be soon out of this.
Can't. Until you have to say better like this. This is Deuteronomy 30, verse, I'll start at 60, 27. And Yahweh thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, which are the other nations, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh, and do all his commandments which I command this day.
That's what you know, during the rest of the kings, and they are the nations, you know. All the riches, we don't spoil the other nations, basically. Like how we spoil the Egyptians when we was leaving.
Give me that.
You understand? The scripture say, gold is mine, silver is mine.
And
I'm going to humanize Rome.
most I see when the son knocks off a fish and they give him a stone. You know?
Yeah, something else.
This one's Genesis
I have researched it. Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49 and 12. It says, For thus said Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
This is Jeremiah 30, and the point in Jeremiah 30, and I will start at verse 10. It says, Therefore fear thou not, whom I servant Jacob, said Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. For I am with thee, said Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct the measure and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
So nation of Israel still exists. To this day, the ones who go through affliction they are.
Therefore the sons of Jacob shall not be consumed.
This is so this is 2 Ezra 50:22. This verse 21 something when it says like as they do, yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith Yahweh power. My right hand shall not spare the sinner, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. So, you know. See? So there's that recompense, you know, going to turn back everything he did unto us.
Right.
We're going to get it back.
For thou pursuest not, blood will pursue thee.
Blood will pursue you. Everyone know. That group was edifying. And I give more praises and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Akakmadash.
the brother and see the apostles are great apostles who well. Salutation to the men who just want to say again truth. Shalom.